You are now tuned in to Peach State TV, where any gym is home. www.peachstatehoops.com. Enjoy the show.
We've been fortunate to work with some great players, over the first 9 years that we've been in the business, including Maya Moore, currently Alex Montgomery, Don Evans, Kelsey Bone, some of those. This is the first WNBA player that we've had a chance to work out with. Jacinta Monroe, played at FSU, was an all-first teamer there last year, and then spent the summer, with the Washington Mystics, battled a couple of injuries that kind of hampered her rookie campaign, but is back in the gym working, trying to get ready for next year. And you're going to notice, a lot of the stuff that we do, even right here, talking about the footwork. She's a lefty, so getting the ball out, talking about her 1-2 and into her shot, making sure her follow-through is tight. A lot of the same things that we say to both the high school and college kids that are in our camps right now, that are in our Sunday workouts, even our individual workouts and evaluations. The game doesn't differ as you get up in level. We actually had a chance last night to watch on NBA TV. You watch the Lakers training camp, and it's all pinch post feeds, handoffs, cuts, screens, the same stuff that you do. Basketball is universal in that way. But one of the things you want to make sure you do as you get into the upper echelon is, first of all, athletically, normally you have some kind of gift. But two, just that your skill set is extra tight, so that now at this point we're nitpicking. We're not talking about a foundational skill. We're nitpicking the last 5% of your shot or something that you put a lot of time into. What we worked on here with Monroe, as you can see, is her getting that left wrist down, her feet stand underneath her, and her follow-through being the same every single time. And it's nice to see a player her size range be able to step out and shoot it. This is a continuation of the last clip here, looking at that 18-footer, stepping in 1 foot there right in front of the free throw line. Great thing that she was able to do during the course of the workout, and you're going to see as she's knocking these jumpers down. Every shot looks the same. We want to get to the point we talked about in the Kiana Holland video the other day, where even her misses look like they're going in, and that's what we were talking about earlier here with Monroe. Now we're going to get Monroe here some with her back to the basket and facing up. Quick rip through one way, rip through the other way. Monroe's game is very much, that of a face-up four, a high-low kid. We're going to get her in some flash stuff a little bit later where she's flashing 18 feet, out to the three-point line, catching, looking for the dump down high-low to a post player. Say it's Crystal Langhorne or somebody battling underside there for, her team in Washington. Really trying to be able to make plays with her jumper that'll free her up to put the ball on the floor here later. Here you're going to see us talking a little bit. We're actually going to throw the ball right in here. Now we're talking about it. You can see her quick pivot. Some of that pinch post stuff here, elbow base, mid post base, high post base, I'm sorry, that we've been talking about even with the Lakers, like I mentioned in the training camp. Stuff that I had a chance to watch last night. You're just watching it here catch. We really don't emphasize which way you turn. We'd like for players to be able to turn either way so that if they go back and their coach wants them to use a permanent pivot foot at that time, they're comfortable going either way on that. Or if coach wants them to be able to rip it through one way or the other, they can also do that as well. This way they're not limited, especially with their work in the off season. We want to make sure it's as diverse as possible so whenever they go back, whatever the roster needs them to do, they're able to do.
Go yourself. I hear that.
This morning, I gotta go pick up a recruitment hour.
All day. Who's coming in? Okay.
Sticking to the same theory of diverseness right here, we're going to start talking a little bit out of the short corner. You can see her catch, rip through, good one bounce there, getting the ball off the floor, back to me. Same thing now, post. She's reading the pass. You can see I throw a baseline side. She gets her feet underneath and the ability to turn either way to knock down the catch jumper. You actually can see me here talking with Georgia State assistant Jocelyn Wyatt. One of the things that we were talking about with Monroe's jumper is a lot of times kids have a tendency, you can actually see my hands by my waistline, they'll drag the basketball on the floor. Even people who are good perimeter shooters off the catch will catch the ball, take one bounce and kind of drag it. They let the ball determine where they're going as opposed to really getting the ball off the floor into the shooting pocket where they'd like for the ball to be. You see Monroe, we had just talked about that, and you can see her getting the ball off the floor high to be able to go ahead and get it in pocket and be able to get the basketball out pretty quickly here. Catch, you'll see the same thing, turn, rip, one bounce, and you'll knock it down. So one of the things we actually talk about later is, we expanded all the way out to the three-point line where it becomes a perimeter drill again, where she's catching it with her inside foot. A lot of different work that we tried to get done in the course of the workout. A lot of times I think when we edit the video, there's so much left out in terms of the teaching points. You get the gist of the drills and what the kid can do, but the teaching points are left out, so we'll try to make sure we bring you those on this voiceover.
Good, now freeze. Jump stop.
You're going to see us transition. Now we're putting the ball on the floor. One of the things we talked about with Monroe as a lefty is the ability to, if it's a quick rip through and you go off of one leg, use your left hand. If you're going to go off of 2 feet, use your right hand and then be able to finish. You're actually going to see me jump in the drill here in a second, talk to her about catching, squaring, and then down low, making sure that we go, a term we use is floor chin finish. You can actually see me coming right here. We talk about where she is. The ball is low right now, so you got a cat quick guard. They're going to get in, get their hands on that, and take it the other way. Or you're going to get bumped, you're going to lose the ball, and there's no foul call. So what we want to do is get the ball off the floor. You'll see me right here walking back through it. Catch, turn, rip, ball off the floor. You want to finish with the ball right on the side of your head, position to make a play. Now, as we start to wind it down, you can actually see us now. We're working on a little loop where she's going to catch it. We're going to start talking about the high-low here. And you see her catch that, knock that down. Just her ability to make a read. One of the things we were specific about is wanting to get her head almost directly under the rim. You see me put the ball outside so that only she can get to it. One of the things we also talked about was so much of footwork is about where the passer gets it to you at. We're talking inside foot here. You're going to see her coming up now the opposite direction, left to right plant, catch, and then be able to knock it down. She shoots the ball so well. Every time she follows through, holds both hands on the release, you can almost guarantee that it's going in inside of 18, and obviously in the expansion of her game, being able to shoot that three, the trail three, secondary with more consistency. But just her opportunities offensively, I think, are limitless. If she can continue to knock down this jumper consistently, it's going to allow her to put the ball on the floor, one dribble and attack, also be able to free up space for the post feed. You're going to see us again now. Still working here. A lot of short corner stuff to flash, whether it be flashing to the free throw line or flashing to the elbow like we were earlier. We're coming all the way across the lane. You see her with a quick 1-2 change of direction like we talked about. We call that a rush. She's caught it, knocked down some open jumpers. Now the defender's rushing her. I actually talked to her at one point, and asked her how she would defend herself. And one of the things that she mentioned was that she was a good perimeter shooter. So you definitely want to close out, and to kind of counter that closeout, we're going to put the ball on the floor and 1-2 and put ourselves in a position to be able to make a play.